I get this question a lot, so I figured I would take time to make a video. How do I know my gods are real? And I wanted to make a video on my personal experiences with Odin and how he has done things in my life. Okay, so I'm a practicing witch, so I had a familiar. His name was Shadow, and we were together for a long time. He just randomly got sick one day and died from a respiratory illness. Um, it was really brutal to go through. So the days after that, I was at my altar just crying, and yeah, I know Odin's all hoorah and stuff like that, but there's our gods are complex. There are many sides. So at that point, I was an Odinist, not the racist kind, just an Odinist because I was getting into Norse paganism. So I wanted to be respectful and give each god my time exclusively. And not saying that's how everybody has to do it. That's just how I approached it. Okay, so I'm worshiping Odin. I'm giving him offerings. I'm just talking to him about my broken heart. About 2 months later, I found a stray with one eye. Okay, totally coincidence. It was a black cat with one eye. Okay, that's a coincidence. Let's chalk it up to coincidence. Okay, moving on. A few years later, it's very important to try to be with someone that has your same belief system because you enrich each other's, religion and practice. So I kept giving offer. At that point, I was working with multiple gods now, but Odin's my OG. So, I'm speaking with Odin I'm lonely. I would like someone to share my love for him and help me expand my spirituality and everything like that. Okay, fast forward a couple months later, I met my husband. He just got out of the military after serving in the army for 10 years, and he was released due to a medical problem because he had a combat injury when he was deployed, and it screwed his eye up really bad. So he had an eye patch on because he couldn't see out of that eye. He was waiting for surgery. So when I met him, he had an eye patch on. He had one eye. Okay? And I've also been in the woods. The woods is like my temple, my church, my everything. And that was actually recent. You can go on the page, and if you scroll down a little bit, I am in the woods. And first of all, let me backtrack. I was running errands, and then all of a sudden it started snowing out of nowhere. And I had this deep pull to go to the woods. Now, I was wearing slides. I wasn't wearing the proper jacket. I was not prepared to go into the woods at that point, right? Didn't matter to Odin. He was calling me in there. I get there. I hike in the shoes that are not made for hiking to the river because I'm being pulled there. And there is Odin in the water. Not swimming in the water like a person. The way that the water was moving, it was, if you've seen a hat with him with a hat and then a cloak and a very, big white beard, it looked exactly like that. And you can go look at my video and see that. I couldn't believe that I captured that. So when people ask oh, how do you know your gods are real or whatever? Odin is directly in my life a lot. So that's how I know he's real. If you guys even care, let me comment and I'll tell you about my experiences with Freya, my experiences with Thor, my experience with Tyr, and I'd be happy to share that with you. But have a great day, and fellow heathens.